Hey, this is Brad at Blue Nile Farm. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about plantar fasciitis, how it's affected me over the last 14 years, and some of the treatments that I went through and what I'm currently doing now where I'm finally seeing some real positive results. So stay tuned. I'm going to go over them with you. I'm going to discuss the things I've tried and the things where I'm at today. And I'm hopefully this is something you have not tried, but I suggest you do because it will give you relief and you will feel a lot better about yourself and you're feeling like you're finally dealing with the problem. So with that said, stay tuned and we'll cover it. So I've lived with plantar fasciitis for 14 years. And when I first had it, I lived with it for about 6 months to the point where it got to the point where I couldn't walk. And to address the issue, I wound up going to see a podiatrist. And being a podiatrist, you'd think the foot doctor would take care of anything related to feet. They were just getting me in the inserts. They would soak my foot. They'd take some x-rays and some MRIs, but they never really attacked the problem. And they would get me into some temporary device that would reduce the pain over a period of time to the point where I can start walking again. And then sometimes it would revert back to where I'm having a lot of pain again. Sometimes I've had pain so bad that I couldn't walk, where I actually had to go to the hospital, and they would give me anti-inflammatories and some slight painkillers. And I know they didn't like to give out the painkillers because everybody's all hooked on their Oxycontin, oxycodone at the time. So, you know, they really didn't want to give any kind of painkillers. So I started, again, going back to the podiatrist. They give me into more inserts, and I try to watch the shoes that I wore. I try to change out my inserts on a regular basis. And a lot of times my foot would subside from the pain and I'd go for a year or two without it. All of a sudden I'd have another reflash again of plantar fasciitis. Well, recently, probably within 3 months ago, I started getting plantar fasciitis again. It was starting to cause me a lot of pain, but this time in the heel, and it was actually on both feet. Now, I work law enforcement, so I have a pretty active lifestyle, and I live on a farm. So I'm very busy, always moving around, and basically being quite active. Now, the other problem is if I'm in a car or I'm on a tractor for long periods of time, my ankles and my feet would actually just kind of get sore or stiff. So the more I moved, the better I felt, but I still had pain and it would not go away. So my girlfriend said, hey, why don't you go to a chiropractor? Because she was going to a chiropractor and he was doing some good stuff for her. And I was thinking, hell, why not? Because, you know, nobody else is doing anything. Maybe he could fix this problem. So I started going to a chiropractor. I've only had 3 weeks of treatment and 3 weeks specifically on my foot. And I have to honestly tell you that whatever the chiropractor was doing the right thing. And that's what I'm going to cover here in a second. Because if you are looking for pain relief and something that's going to attack the problem and maybe help you in the long term, I suggest you go to a chiropractor or a physical therapist that does this technique. And I'll be covering that here in a second. So I went to the chiropractor. He used what's called the Graston technique. And what a Graston technique is basically a metal tool that they use to scrape the bottom of your feet in a certain way that basically breaks up the scar tissue that's on the bottom of your feet with your tendons. That basically revigorates the area and basically gets the blood flowing again, and actually your feet will start to become more sensitive and basically start to heal that way. And I don't know the ins and outs of it all the way. All I know is the darn thing works. So I started using the Graston technique. I would leave the office where my feet would be a little bit sore, but over the last 3 weeks, I can honestly tell you that my heel pain is being reduced. I'm still stiff and I'm still a little bit sore, but I can get around a lot better than I did before. And I still wear my soft Hoka tennis shoes. They work for me, and I've seen on the internet and YouTube, there are some people that are against different types of shoes. I just want to be comfortable, and you know, I still do my stretching exercises, and that was also part of the Graston technique. But because he's actually doing something to my feet and actually doing some kind of therapy physically, even though it's for a short period of time, it definitely works. Now, understand that not every chiropractor does the Graston technique. Now, I asked my chiropractor some questions, and he's been doing this for a while, and I go, well, out of the people that come to you for chiropractic work, how many people come for plantar fasciitis? He says about 5 to 10% of the people, if that, come for plantar fasciitis. So not many people really think about going to a chiropractor, number one. Number two, as I said, who also uses this type of technique? And he said that not even 50% of all the chiropractors do this. And the other group of people that may be involved with the Graston technique would be a physical therapist. So all I can honestly tell you is that this technique is something that you should look into. Find a chiropractor or a physical therapist that does it and try it out on your feet. And you're going to actually find that you're finally getting somebody that will treat the problem, not tell you just to go buy inserts and to basically give you pills or do surgery. This is something that can be done that basically is natural, that you're not going to have to worry about any type of surgery, and they're going to re-stimulate the bottom of your feet so they can become, you know, for the pain reduction and to kind of get away from this problem. And I have to honestly tell you, it does work. So this is what I'm promoting today, and I'm telling you, it's something you should look into, because I guarantee you a lot of people have plantar fasciitis and would never think about going to a chiropractor, let alone know anything about this technique. But it is out there on the internet, and it's something you can also check into as well and find somebody near you that does it. And I will guarantee you that over a period of time, you're going to find it's well worth the investment. Because I'm telling you, just like with a horse, they say that you don't have a horse if you don't have a hoof. And with a person, if you are active like me and you can't get around and do the things you need to do, it's a huge hindrance. You know, and I think that it's one of the best things I did is start to get this type of treatment. So look into it, give it a shot, and I think you'll really enjoy getting the benefits from it. Because I am on no pills, I have no medication, I don't have to worry about surgery, and I'm finally feeling like I'm getting some true results, and it only took 14 years for somebody to finally step up the plate and do what they need to do. So check it out. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Remember, check out the Graston technique. It's well worth the investment. Check out chiropractors in your area, even physical therapists if they do the Graston technique. Find somebody that does it and make an appointment and get your feet worked on. And I feel that you're going to really enjoy the positive results. But remember, they're not going to be an overnight result. It's going to be something that's going to take a little bit of time. You know, and I found results within 3 sessions. And it may take that many or maybe a little bit longer, but it's well worth it. So with that said, good luck. Let me know how it works out for you. Take care.